Hello everyone. Can you type in chat if you can see me all right? Let's have a look. All right. Yeah, we're live. Nice.
Hey.
Hi everyone. Thank you for waiting. As usual, the first time streamers are getting some issues with OBS setup and stuff like that. We have Tony queued up. They still can't see you. They might hear you, but they can't see you.
Okay.
Alrighty, hi everyone in the chat. Let me just quickly run down through the things that we have planned today. So during the show, we are going to be doing a couple of different events. So I've got some, let's call them segments planned. Okay, let's see how they work out, and I hope they work out well. The goal of this stream is for me to basically get to know Tony, all right? Speaking of the devil. Hi Tony,
Yo.
now they can see you. Say hi everyone.
Hello. Hello.
Alrighty, so the goal of this video is for me to get to know Tony in a way how he has set up the Darktide, because the idea of my videos was to create videos about settlements, right? Then I started talking to Tony, and he says, oh, you want to do an interview? Because for every video I did an interview. I did an interview with McFluffin, I did an interview with Dan, and I wanted to know why they're doing what they're doing and get to know the people. And actually, when I started speaking to McFluffin, the things that he told me during the interview resonated with me so much, and I thought to myself, if more people would know what he told me, there probably could be more people playing, you know? So
Interesting.
I then spoke to Dan, and his Tony is very quiet. Let's see if we can. I'll try to bump you up a little bit, Tony.
Checking the mic. Hello.
Yeah.
Earth to, or Starfell to the automata. How do I sound?
Let's see. Tony needs more volume. Okay. We'll see. There's probably some delay, so we'll figure out.
Okay.
So, Tony, I want to figure out things about the Darktide. I want to get to know you a bit better.
Cool.
And let's see how it goes. Tony, I didn't tell you this, but this is going to be a little bit of a surprise for you.
Oh boy.
We've got sponsors for this video. Did you know that?
No, I had no idea.
Actually, there are 4 sponsors. We lined up 4 large companies. You'll see who they are during the video. One of those is, of course, the Starforge Alliance.
Yeah, let's go Starforgers. Hell yeah. Apparently they're telling me my audio is still a little low, but my hair volume is on point.
Okay, hair volume is nice. Your audio. Tony, can you bump your mic a little bit?
I can. I could totally. Checking. Making it super hot now. Now I would be clipping if I would be like talking like closer to the mic.
The chat says they want to hear you louder, so we just gotta obey, okay?
Okay. All right.
So, the first sponsor is the Starforge Alliance. It's Ceasar and Rybo. What they have pledged is okay. Says Tony. Okay now. Rybo,
All right,
thank you very
awesome.
much.
Thank you.
So, Ceasar and Rybo, they have agreed to provide 1 tier 6 epic tool, okay, for 1 person in the chat, and I have figured out how to play it out, okay? I will be doing some things during the stream, and I want everybody to pay attention. And at the end of the video, or at the end of the stream, at the show, I'm going to ask one question, and whoever gets it right first gets the prize. Okay?
Right.
So,
can I also get it?
Very good question. Terms and conditions apply. So nobody from any of the sponsors can win this, and you can't win this. I can't win it, and none of your alt accounts can win it as well. Okay? I know Rybo, Jibo, Ceasar, Jeezer, Oracle, Schworacle, everyone knows you can't win that. Okay? So only the true viewers, and hopefully the TNT you can't win as well. So
nice, another tool for Lunar, perfect.
So basically, nobody who's affiliated here, okay, will be able to win. Tony, as somebody already mentioned in the chat, I'm not going to ask you to wear a hat, okay? But I know that you are a hat man, and one of the things that I wanted to do during the stream is I wanted to tell you that there are other people who can wear hats as well, okay?
Hey, that looks, dude, that looks exactly like the blue winter hat in game.
I know. What do you think? Where did they get the idea from? Okay.
I want one. It looks great.
All right. So you are not the only person who can wear hats. All right. And this is going to be very important by the end of the video. It is also important for me to set a timer because I want to do something when the timer ends. Okay. You might hear it ring, but I hope that this also wakes up our audience a little bit. So, Tony, the first thing that I want to go to go through with you, right? Maybe I really want to just to get to know you a little bit more, a little bit better, to understand your idea about the Darktide and all that. So I have proposed a couple of questions to you before we started recording, and we got rid of them. We got rid of a couple, okay? My first question is going to be about Link, okay? Because Link actually made my dog go crazy one time when he was chewing on a toy.
So, oh my god. No way.
I wanted to know if you can tell me more a bit more about Link, who that is, how you got it, and yeah.
All right. So people want to know about Link. Yeah. Link is a rescue. When we got him, he had like all sorts of diseases. He had Giardia, he had Coccidia, he had nasty worms, he had all of the above. And needless to say, it's made him a very interesting character because he didn't get a lot of the socialization he needed when he was a puppy. And so it's made him like a very reactive dog, but he's with the right people, he's a cuddle bug. He just doesn't like being woken up. He gets very scared. And apparently he loves, I didn't know this until recently, until I played on stream the other day with my brother-in-law. We were playing Wicked Game. I didn't know he loved to play along. So his instrument that he keeps inside of his instrument box, along with his all his other squeakers, is a little monkey. And that's probably what he gets the most practice playing. He's really good with the squeaker. But other than that, he's a lazy, nasty dog that rips some pretty gross farts while I'm streaming. I'm really surprised I still have my eyebrows and eyelashes.
So yeah. A lot of people they got, like, you know, different relationships with their pets, right? So for instance, when I was growing up, we had this huge Caucasian Shepherd. Okay, it was like 80 kilos. 80 kilos is what, probably 2 bald eagles in American. So
Damn. 2 whole bald eagles. Oh my god.
176 pounds.
What in the world?
It's
Link is like half of that.
Let's see if I can just show you a picture. Caucasian Shepherd dog. So
blame the dog. Oh my. You had one of those? I've seen those like on viral videos of like these people breeding them. They're huge.
Wait. Here. Okay. So for people watching at home, I'm now showing it in OBS. Okay. So Caucasian Shepherd dogs, they're like big fluffy monsters. And did you have a dog when you was growing up?
Oh yeah, I had many. I had a whole farm of dogs, is what it felt like.
And what was like? I guess maybe a question that kind of comes up to me. Would you like that Clockwork would add a dog similar to Link to BitCraft?
Oh my god. They'd have to add a fart animation if they did. And it'd be cool. It'd be cute if he like played a little squeaker too. I would love that. That'd be so cool.
So I don't know how others, okay, but maybe my ask for you for future streams would be maybe to share a bit more of Link, because like for me he's already a part of streams.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Okay, so he's a part of of your streams. For me, it's kind of very important that we get more of Link. Okay.
Okay. I've got a little bit of hat envy. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait until the end of the show, okay? And you tell me then. So, okay. If I go to my kind of next part that I wanted to ask you about is, you said that you're an artist, and I think it says so in your Twitch bio as well, that
yes.
You're an artist. What I have seen from art is you playing the guitar, and I also have seen your pixel art. So
yeah.
I've seen only those two things, but my question for you is, do you do anything else apart from that?
Absolutely, and I gotta apologize to you because I think there's a good possibility that my internet is pretty bad today. Is it just me, or is like my frame kind of like buffering constantly?
It's from time to time, but I think that
okay.
We can still hear see your hair perfectly. That's the most important.
Yeah, so I am an artist and I'm not, because I do suffer from the imposter syndrome, that's for sure. It's hard to call myself an artist, but I figured I'd give a title to what I find myself doing most of my time. I've illustrated my whole life. Like I do a whole bunch of little drawings and stuff. I've painted. I'm pretty handy with like an airbrush gun. I've done a couple murals for some wealthy people. For example, I think the biggest mural I did was it wasn't a nursery, it was a kid's bedroom, but it had bunk beds in it for this mansion. And it was like a 360 panoramic of a safari. And it had zebras and giraffes, and up in this, and then when it got to a certain point on the walls, I started painting like clouds. So the whole ceiling was just like a sky and clouds. It was a 360 mural. So I definitely do a lot of like fine artwork too, besides just the digital stuff. But what I find myself doing mostly nowadays is anything that I can other than just like show people, what I could like interact with people. So a lot of the pixel art that you see is an outlet for me to be creative, but it's also a way that I can engage with people showcasing my art. And I've brought it into my streams recently through this app I've discovered called Stream Avatars. It's been around for ages, but I just learned about it. So yeah, besides all the music and the other stuff, that's kind of the stuff I do.
Well, what I'm thinking is it would be cool maybe if Clockwork would find a way to find a way to add sprites to games, so you can actually like draw something yourself, do something like super custom, super personalized. Then imagine like in Darktide on the wall there could be like a graffiti made by you or something like that. Those are like pixels, right? But it'd be so nice.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about like how they want it for sales and they want it for different types of things in the game for sure.
So somebody is telling me in the chat, who is it? Jonathan is saying that you're turning into your own pixel art from time to time. But yeah, so
guilty.
Would be cool to add something like that, right? And I imagine that one of our sponsors could be very helpful in this. You know, people could go around, see around different art that is displayed in BitCraft, and they would be able to review it and publish it somewhere online.
Nice.
And did you know that one of our sponsors is Belp? So
what?
I know, right? So actually, BitCrafters, listen up. Has this ever happened to you? You know, you just go through the neighborhood with your you trust someone, you trust like your neighbor or someone with your claim permissions. You go offline. Oh, my timer, sorry. You go offline and then you come back in 6 hours and all of your stockpiles are empty and your beautiful walls replaced with dirt. Well, I think that we all been there, that somebody has, you know, taken something from the chest that they weren't supposed to, and we all have screamed in the region chat and hoping that someone cares, but nobody did until now. So TNT is introducing Belp, okay? And Belp is the only service guaranteed to make your reputation stickier than the pine resin you can get in the pine forest. It is forged by the legendary TNT during the siege of Ithaca, fueled by caffeine and spite. Belp is a premier way to let the server know who is a hero and who is a villain. While let the server wipe destroy your memories, your buildings might vanish, your inventory will be deleted, but a 1-star review, they'll stay forever. Stop guessing,
God.
start judging. Go to belp.trinit.is. It's belp.trinit.is today. Belp is not responsible for guild drama, hurt feelings, or retaliatory PvP. If you can't handle a 2-star rating on your personality, maybe you don't steal my lumber, okay? Belp, because the internet never forgets.
Well done. Thank you, Belp, for sponsoring this video.
Shout out Belp, okay? I'll link them later in the description. I should have done this before. I'm not gonna do it now, but okay.
That's awesome. I have some pretty terrible reviews there. I hope that doesn't say anything about me.
Well, I checked and I didn't have any, but I hope that maybe people in the chat will go ahead. TNT, maybe you can you know, post in the chat the link to Belp. Maybe somebody can go to Tony, raise him up a little bit there in Belp. Maybe add a picture or something, because apparently you can add pictures there too. So, Tony, another big thing that I wanted to ask you about your art is something that you mentioned on one of your streams, that you don't mind using AI. I know there are some artists that absolutely hate AI, and I understand why, because it, you know, just basically steals whatever is online and then grinds it, and then, you know, other people who created the original art, they don't get credited in the proper way. So some artists are not very happy about that. But my question, like, to you, what is your attitude towards AI? How do you see it? How do you use it yourself? Do you want to share something about that?
Well, I feel like you know that I'm not only, I'm an AI enthusiast, if you will. So this is, I mean, it's a really good topic for me. I could talk about this ad nauseum. I will say, I don't want to disagree with your statements, but I do have my opinions, and I think they're a little bit different than what you said. I think people will find a way to take things that don't belong to them, regardless of whether they use AI or not. I think that because there is a lack of regulation on how AI acquires data and what that data is and how it can be used, there's very little regulation behind it. It makes it easy to take things that don't belong to you, even without you knowing it. And so for a lot of the artists that are maybe facing some kind of a battle with their like profession, because like I don't know, getting replaced at a job or something, it's one thing. But for me, the conversation is more about like, what is it that we can do with this incredible tool that is being both used in a bad way and in a good way. And for me as an artist, it just means more tools to find a way to express myself quickly and more creatively. And for me, a big part about art is discovery, right? There's a lot of things that I didn't know I wanted to say, a lot of things that I didn't know how to say, and where AI really falls for me as an artist is it can make up a lot of those gaps, right? Where like, I didn't know I could do this thing. I didn't know this is what I was trying to say. And I love it. I love it for a lot of things, like text to image, image to image, image to video, video to video. Oh, we got another hat.
Sorry about that.
So I am a proponent definitely to use AI responsibly. The responsible use of AI. Oh, that is a good one.
Thank you.
Dude, you gotta let me know where you get your hats, bro. Where did you get these?
I have a daughter and a wife, okay? So I've got hats for life, okay? So
yeah.
I hear what you're saying, because to me, like AI, I think I was one of the first ChatGPT users in companies where I worked before, like Notebook LM, Google's AI service that you can basically build your database in a Google service. You add sources and then you ask questions to it. I found so many uses of it. And coming back to what you said about having imposter syndrome, I actually started studying in a university in Poland just because I had imposter syndrome. I thought that I'm just making up things, that people don't trust me, and the only way how to prove myself would be to get a degree, right?
For AI?
No, marketing. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, marketing is one of those like professions where like you could talk to somebody and they're like completely lost about it, or they don't believe you, and then you gotta kind of like prove it with like engagement and like numbers, and yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah, it's slippery slope, that imposter syndrome, and yeah.
Yep.
I don't like it too much.
Yeah. It's the worst. We're like, we have a brief moment on this planet. If you look at like the timeline of what the proposed idea of how long the universe and the Earth has been around, humanity is like, if you were to lay it out on a football field, it's like the thickness of a strand of hair. And for us to spend even a moment double guessing ourselves and thinking that we're not worth doing something or like not believing in yourself is it's a crime against yourself, you know, because you know we've got such a short time here. Just believe in yourself and do it. If only it was that easy, right?
Was it Shia LaBeouf? Yeah. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, exactly.
So, and what a time to be alive, right? We are alive during a time when BitCraft is in early access.
Mm-hmm.
And one of us is a BitCraft partner, and I wanted to ask you about that. So I've seen your the badge on your streams, right? I'm kind of a bit jelly, so I want to know what it is. What I don't know. Do you have BitCraft stock or how did you become a partner? What is that?
It's I wish I had BitCraft stock. It would be cool.
What does it mean to be a BitCraft partner?
So it means that I like the game a lot, and the developers have seen my ability to really uplift the community that plays the game. And it's a partnership between myself and Clockwork Labs to support each other creatively, I guess.
You know what? If I'd be Clockwork Labs, I'd definitely sign you up as a partner. Because the way you stream and the way you entertain people during Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, yeah, and Sundays. So you are also streaming sometimes on Mondays, but for you specifically, you're streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday 50-50, right?
Yeah, Monday I've streamed a few times because the devs have said that they would be streaming and they were looking for a partner to raid into, and I made myself available to do that. And so it's not my usual day, but on Mondays I stream another game on Mondays. Monday nights I stream whatever it is with me and my wife. We just pick a game, and it's been Cult of the Lamb recently.
Nice.
It's just a fun day, yeah.
Okay, so it is really cool. I am really happy for you, and for BitCraft to be able to get a partner like that. It is actually really nice.
Thank you.
That things like that.
I worked really hard for it.
I imagine that. I've seen the R9 Discord, and it's something. And I haven't seen discourse of other regions, right? But whatever you've done for the game, at least what I've seen so far, is really nice. So
awesome. I appreciate it. I figured getting partner would encourage me to do more content, and it would justify a lot of the time that I spend in the game. I know a lot of people spend more time in the game than I do, and they're not partners, but I worked on it real hard, being a part of the community and just trying to make sure that the game was enjoyable and fun and welcoming for everybody that plays. And after a few months of streaming and creating content, eventually the community kind of was, I remember it was in one of their dev streams, #Tony for partner, and it started by Saint, one of my viewers, and then people started posting it, and eventually I got an email from Tyler. After, of course, I sent multiple messages to the devs individually, hey, I would love to be considered for partner. Here is my Discord. Here's what I do. Here are the events I host. Here are the people that are saying it. Here's a screenshot of chat of the entire region, #Tony for partner. I sent it to the devs. So I think eventually they were all right, let's make this guy a partner. Nice. They're gonna open up the partnership program pretty soon, I think.
We'll see. Perhaps there are more people that could do something for the game, like what you've done, and I'm sure you're inspiring, and you will inspire other people. And I just I would be grateful if there would be more people like you and they do more stuff like that. And actually,
thank you, bro.
I think that it kind of brings me to into a little bit of a segue, because what I think is that actually the BitCraft itself, it is a community game, and one of the things that I use the most, which is the second sponsor of our video, okay, the BitCraft Resource and Player Search browser extension.
Ooh.
This is actually a very great tool, and I use it daily. And for viewers, especially for new viewers, okay, I see a vision. I see new player running around Region 9 and looking for Tier 4 fish, but all of your rivers are empty and you can't find them anywhere. And it can be frustrating, but I can tell you something. You don't need a crystal ball, okay, to find your Tier 4 fish. All you need is the BitCraft browser extension, okay? So, introducing to all new players the BitCraft Resource and Player Search browser extension. Go to your favorite browser extension store and type in BitCraft Resource and Player Search. It is your digital third eye. Simply select what your heart desires. Is it ore, wood, fiber, fish, whatever. And the spirits, also known as API, will reveal their exact locations on the map, okay? It even tracks you, a player, on the map, and you can use it as a GPS. I mean, it's in real time, okay? What you gotta do is stop guessing where the resources are and let the dots guide you. The BitCraft Resource and Player Search browser extension, because the spirits are busy, but the browser is always open.
Hey!
Okay, this was.
I'm noticing a trend. I'm noticing a trend here. These are all Region 9 people.
I mean, who else is gonna be here? I can see chat. Okay, I can see here Silly, TNT, Denny Hicks, Andromeda. Okay, Aleph Gray, Curibo 23, Alpha Gray. I think that most of these people are. Rybo was here in the chat. Cozy Rain. Most of these people are from Region 9, and I don't think that anybody else will ever watch this, okay? So we can miserably fail, and nobody will care, just because nobody will see it, okay? It's just us and the Region 9.
Well, let me just say, this is a tremendous success so far. I'm severely entertained, okay? Nice hat.
Thank you.
I'd probably actually wear that one. That one's yeah, that
no
one's
worries.
Pretty cool.
If you come to Poland, I'll give it to you, okay?
Alright.
So, okay, I wanna do a slight change of face, okay? Because we've been chatting with you. There is something that I wanted to get your opinion on, okay? So
okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I wish, but this isn't a sponsor, okay? This is a Razer Project AVA, I think it's called, right? And the idea behind this thing is that it's a companion, you know? You basically, it's an AI powered companion in a cylinder. There is a hologram in the middle, and it can change its shape, okay? And the idea, it is your gaming companion, and they can watch, or I don't know how they do it. They're saying that they can watch you play games, and then they give you suggestions, okay? So they would suggest to you something like, your aim is not good, or you should practice aiming, or something like that. I've seen this in a video we're gonna watch in a second.
Oh, sick.
So I want to show you this video, and then I want to hear what you think. And I've got a couple of questions about this.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find the browser in OBS and change the source so I can show the video Here it is.
R9 sponsored by Razer confirmed? No, bro, we wish.
Yeah, it would be nice. But no, we're not here for the money, okay? We're here for the people. So, my mouse. So I'm gonna switch off the music and turn on this video, and I hope that everybody can hear it and can see it. I'm just gonna check in OBS how it looks. Meh, looks okay. Maybe I'm gonna try to move it a little bit so that it's more enjoyable for people to watch, like this. Transition, magic. Okay, I'm starting the video.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Morning, Joey. You were snoring again. Definitely wear your favorite green jacket. Look, now we're really vibing. Have a good day.
Hey, cutie.
Hi, Amanda. Great brainstorming last night.
Actually, I need more.
What if we flip the design here? Do you think it can work?
Nice. I think you're onto something.
Hold A, soldier. We need more air support.
Yeah.
Whoa, clean
Did you see
shot.
that?
Nice one.
Oof. Maybe aim for the head next time? Break.
You see it, right? So it takes different different shapes, and apparently, if we see here this girl, so she's using it as a companion for her work. I understand that she's like a designer or something, and then later she puts on her kitty ear headphones. I think those are Razer as well.
Yeah,
Of
for
course
sure.
they are. Of course they
Yeah.
are. Sorry, it was my mistake. Of course they are. And then she switches the mode of it, so it becomes more of like a gaming companion. But before that, it was like a work companion. Okay. Later in the video is just Project AVA. The only thing that I really like, I like about this is that I think it's not gonna happen. They're not gonna release it because Razer has buried things before, and to me, it's on a different level. Okay, it's AI on a little bit of a different level, and I hope that, because I can imagine that it could do crazy things to you. Okay, but what are your thoughts? Or what do you think? Would you get one of those?
I think I'm on the same boat as you. It's like too far ahead for what it is. Like I see Dan pointing out like what LLM they're using and how they're handling RAG.
They
and
are
language
using
chain.
Grok AI
What?
from Max. Yeah.
That's a strange choice.
But who else? Everybody else is like, too timid. They're,
Interesting. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I can imagine a little BitCraft Tony giving people tips as they're playing BitCraft.
Let me turn it a different way, okay? Because I know something about you, Tony. I know that you are level 1 farming. Imagine you put the cylinder on your table, okay? And all day it kind of slowly pushes you to do farming. Slowly, and then at the end of the day, guess what? Tony gets farming level 2.
Absolutely not gonna happen. An AI convincing me to farm? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what would be nicer is if it logged in for me on an alt account and started farming.
And then you're gonna get banned.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Another thing what I imagine is because it's Twitter brain, right? And we all know what Twitter is, right? Not the nicest people, and not the nicest comments, and not the nicest content sometimes. So imagine you're playing and it becomes Oracle for a moment, right? You're playing and the cylinder goes, flowers.
You're like, what? How about you're sleeping and in the middle of the night it turns on? Flowers.
And it changes its face to kind of to mimic SpongeBob meme. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. But yeah, I think that Grok AI is a bit creepy, and this thing is a bit creepy as well. But whatever grinds your gears, right? So if some people like playing BitCraft, other people like playing League of Legends, whatever. So maybe it's something. I can see flowers in the chat, okay? A fox is in chat. It says 99.
99. Let's go 99. Foe
Alright.
is actually the one that started that whole 99 thing. So it's pretty cool.
So funny that you mentioned, because I was scrolling Reddit, and my algorithm is a bit funky, and I see this post once, right? And it says, oh, there's this new game, it's coming out, early access, so wishlist on Steam and stuff like that. So I go to Steam, okay, wishlist, and it looks kind of nice, okay? So algorithm figured out that I clicked on BitCraft. And a couple days later, or maybe a month later, I scroll through Reddit again, and there's somebody saying, oh, if you are new in BitCraft and you want to join and play, come to Region 9, you can teleport. There's a small settlement called Amarot. You can come there. We've got card upgrades. We've got everything, right? So just come to Amarot and we'll make you feel like at home. And guess who wrote that post?
Foe.
Yeah.
Queen Eternal of Elpis.
Yes. That's right. Speaking of other games, what game did you play before BitCraft? What occupied your time before you start playing BitCraft?
I played a whole lot of Warframe, I think, before that. I actually, no, I take that back. Hold up. I've been playing Warframe on and off for like, I think the past decade is what it feels like. But before that, I actually played a whole lot of Valheim. And I had a public PvP server, heavily modded. I would release mod pack updates weekly. I made some mods myself. I had some of the like biggest Valheim mods in the Discord. Well, the biggest Valheim mod creators in the Discord that would make like custom mods for the server. So that's, I mean, that occupied a whole lot of my time. I made custom dungeons and custom NPCs in towns. I created like this whole gameplay framework, I guess, a whole gameplay loop within Valheim before settlements, which we made like a modded item called the settlement deed, and it allowed you to like claim land, right? Before I even knew about BitCraft. And the server would like spend a month gathering resources, and then there would be a faction war, and then I'd close the server out, and the winners, oh, hat time.
Sorry.
And the winners would get a custom made like cosmetic that I made in Unity. Yeah, that's a nice one too, man.
Oh, stop it.
It kind of looks like the tier 2 leatherworking hat in BitCraft.
It's funny you mention, and I'm sorry to maybe to steal your thunder a bit about talking about the games, right? But support for today's show is brought to you by Aevonn's Leatherworking. If you're out there, you know that time is resources, and resources is everything. And every second you spend walking to a resource node is a second you aren't gathering it, okay? Don't let clunky plate or woven slow you down and slow your hustle. You need gear that moves with you, and Aevonn's leather armor is handcrafted in Port Oriel for the working class people. It boosts your sprint speed, it speeds up your gathering, it turns a 10-minute trip into a 5-minute haul. Because the only thing heavier than the plate armor is wasted time, okay? Aevonn's Leatherworking. Visit Port Oriel, work smarter, run harder.
Well done. I'm definitely gonna visit Aevonn. He upgraded all my leather gear the other day. I gotta visit him again.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I got tier 9 epic set from Aevonn.
What?
I hit level 90 fishing.
Congrats. That's nice. Tier 9 leather. I don't think I've seen a full set of tier 9 leather. Is it all black?
Depends on the screen, because I've got two screens. One of them has very low contrast, okay? The other one is nicer. But I'll show you in game. Maybe I will log in by the end of the stream. We've got about another hour left. But yeah.
T9 Epic, that's crazy, man. Congrats on that. That's awesome.
And what can I say? 9-9!
9-9!
So, just before we go back to you playing other games, I see that there are people are saying that somebody, McFluffin, forced them to come to R9. It's Daniel Hicks. Daniel Hicks, it sounds like Dan from Fox and Raccoon Villa, okay?
I think it is Dan.
With an hour of my first, so McFluffin forced me to R9 within an hour of my first login. Drag me to Oriel and said, okay, have fun, lol. So it's just basically
I do that all the time with new players. Because Darktide is all the way in the Pine Forest, I'm always bringing new players from like other regions or other streamers that I find like, hey, come to Port Oriel or come to Odin or one of these big cities, but always Port Oriel actually. That's what it seems like.
I've seen there are other people in the chat. There's Tinkerman in the chat. A nice player. I've got and Andro is in the chat too. So Andro sold me 20,000 or maybe not 20,000, maybe 10,000 roasted tier 3 fish, and it's in Frosty Peaks. And to get it from Frosty Peaks, you have to cross water, and on a clipper to transport one ox, it takes like, I don't know, like 6 trips or something like that, or 5 trips maybe. And Tinkerman said that he'll help me out, and he is a very nice player. I really like playing with the people here.
Hell yeah. That's the kind of like hospitality you get in Region 9, to be honest. Everyone kind of has the same attitude.
I read there was a story, or there was a post on Reddit, or maybe it wasn't Reddit, because I'm afraid that I'm gonna dox myself, and people are gonna find my account on Reddit and they're gonna see what I've been liking, and maybe I've been naughty BitCraft player. So somebody, there was a post on some gaming subreddit, and they were talking about toxicity in games, and it hit me. The moment I started playing BitCraft, I stopped seeing toxic players anywhere. It's basically the people in R9 are so nice, and it's just amazing. And I haven't met maybe I've met 2 trolls in a game, and that time they told me that they're going to take over Amarot, and I totally freaked out, and I wrote to Fox and I said, oh, there's someone trying to take over Amarot, you gotta log in. And then, you know, I got a reply, you know, just relax, it's not possible, they're just trolling. But I wrote their names on a piece of paper in pencil, okay? And if I see them again trolling, I'm gonna write them in pen, okay? That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh my god.
Yes, I am like that. So if we go back to what you said about playing other games, you are becoming pixel art again.
I'm Pixel Tony, and I don't understand why.
Pony?
I think. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Okay.
Okay. So, how much of your playtime right now is BitCraft? If you like, percentage-wise.
90%.
90%.
90. Yep.
I'm not gonna even ask what's the other 10% because it doesn't even matter, you know?
Random stuff. I'd probably say like Cult of the Lamb once a week is part of the other 10%, but yeah, BitCraft is pretty much the only thing.
It's so I checked your Vegeta, okay, but I know it's off. It doesn't show your hours right, and
yeah.
How many hours you've got on Steam right now? Can you tell us?
You want to try to guess first?
on Vegeta it says something like 700 or 800. I am just going to multiply it by 2 and say 1500.
2008.
Let's see if my stream crashes. I'm gonna open Steam myself and see.
Oh yeah, let me open it up and see. That was the last time I checked. Let me see now. 2010.
I'm logging in as well. 2010. You know, you could have gotten a degree during that time.
That's true.
Okay, I'm not that bad. I'm 5 hours shy of 1500. So not that bad.
Look at that. Rybo says 2,360. Yeah, if you go to the leaderboards on BitGita, I'm not even on the second page, I don't think, of playtime.
But this game is like, it is like kind of AFK. You can wash your dishes and play BitCraft, yeah?
Yeah, that's true. But I'd probably have more active hours than I'd like to admit.
Let's not discuss that, okay? Let's leave that. Let's leave that
Okay.
to creators, okay?
Yeah.
To automators. All right. So if I look through my questions next, okay? My next question is about. Wait, let's have a look in the chat first. There is WS Box. I don't know who that is. It says 4,000.
I think that's Vayan.
Vane, 4,000 hours. Oh, he has seen people with almost 4,000 hours.
Yeah.
We've got Andro with 3,000 hours and 3,071 hours. Silly is at 1,768 hours. Corbin Spencer, 484 hours. Fall, 1,329. And
I sleep too much.
yeah, that meant sleep too much. So, Caesar says, you beat me by 18 hours. So Rybo has beaten Caesar by 18 hours. So Caesar has, what, 2,342 hours, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I have already promoted Velp, and I've already promoted the BitCraft resource and player browser extension. What other tools do you use, let's say daily or most third-party tools do you use for BitCraft?
Yeah, I would say I probably use BitGita, and probably that's really honestly about it. Other than the things that, like, I've got a Google Word doc open with my tips, and I have my own personal spreadsheets that, you know, calculate some things when I want to, but yeah, like third-party tools, definitely just like the ones you've mentioned in BitGita as well. Ooh, that's a nice one. Understated.
So Rybo says that Tony's favorite tool is Control V.
I write a lot. Like, when I go to prompt ChatGPT to help me write something, the prompt is thousands of characters, and I'm pretty fluent in prompt engineering. I'm pretty good at it. So I write a whole lot so that I could get as much of the information that I want to in as much of a condensed sentence as I can, because as you know, like, in-game messages have character limits, very, very short character limits. So yeah, definitely Control-C, Control-V is one of my favorite things to do. And then, like, also copying and pasting the hyperlinks that are available in game now, so people have an actual reference inside of my tips to what I'm talking about.
So you said ChatGPT, yeah? Do you call all LLMs ChatGPT or ChatGPT, OpenAI?
No, ChatGPT specifically. You know, I'm using the 5.2 model now, but whatever is currently available, and whatever I have the GPT set to. I told you I'm an AI enthusiast, and I spent like a year just like delving into LLMs and using them in programming and creating art, creating programs. And I got to the point where I was running local LLMs on my PC, and I made a couple programs using a framework called Fast Agent. One of them helped me prepare bank documents that I submitted to like my CPA for my taxes and stuff. But yeah, I took like all my bank history records and I put them into like an SQLite database, and I built a series of agents that kind of like communicate with each other. One's a bookkeeper, one's a financial advisor, and they all like look through my documents, and I could say something through a connection through an MCP server in a WhatsApp message. I could go, "Hey Bob," that's the name of my AI. I could go, "Hey Bob, how much did I spend on Chipotle last year?" And it'll go, "Oh," and then it'll ask all the agents to do all the work, and then within a matter of like 20 seconds, it'll write back to me on WhatsApp, "Oh, you spent this amount on Chipotle. I recommend that you cut back on these kind of expenses so that it lines more up with how much you want to save every year," or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent there, but you asked me. Yeah.
But that's what I was thinking about, like looking at you, I'm not gonna ask, even though I don't think you would have problems answering that, but I believe we are probably the youngest people playing BitCraft, yeah, our like generation, and I think that actually people who play BitCraft, I haven't seen like teenagers playing BitCraft, and I wouldn't imagine that somebody would.
I wouldn't expect it. Yeah.
Yeah. So here, I don't know what like people expect us to talk about. Yeah, right. What are we going to talk about? Like the hightails or what? 6-7 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can see that Dan is saying that's what he does for a living. He writes AI-enabled solutions for an MSP. So I think that there are a lot of geeks in BitCraft, and different kinds of geeks, and not just like LLM and AI. I know I'm not gonna dox anyone, just gonna say that I know that I've spoken with someone who was over 70 in BitCraft. I know one of the guys in BitCraft, he's works for a government. The other one is a programmer. Let's not say names, just let's not. But we know who that is probably, yeah? One of them speaks with a French accent, and it's these people are just super nice, and
Totally, yeah.
I'm really happy that I've come here. So, Tony, before we move on, I would like to remind people about the giveaway, okay? The tier 6 tool that someone can win, okay? And you're gonna have to answer just one question at the end of the stream, and you're gonna be able to win this T6 tool. Which brings me, do you know to what, Tony?
Yo.
To our next sponsor.
Ah.
And this is going to be Starforgers. You know Starforgers Alliance from Region 9?
Oh yeah.
So, for some of you out there, I can imagine that maybe one of your loved ones have been diagnosed with a chronic bad luck, or maybe perhaps you yourself have suffered from emotional distress from rolling low tier tools while your neighbors flaunt their shinies. You know what? You may be entitled to the Starforgers. They understand that the RNG gods can be cruel. That's why they have signed an exclusive pact with one and only god that matters. Who's that?
Jamba!
Mighty Jamba! They handle the rolls, they take the risk, and you get the high rarity tools you deserve. Don't settle for uncommon or rares. Demand Jamba certified epics, okay? Call now. Operators are standing by in Region 9. Whisper Ceasar or Rybo or ping the Star Forgers store in the Discord server because justice is forged.
Hey, I love it. Jamba
Okay.
be praised.
Yes, Jamba. I see people saying Jamba in the chat. BitCraft Tony, Jamba be praised. For Tinkerman, Caesar. Wait, was that a question? Jamba, Tinkerman. I wouldn't be myself if I wouldn't promote myself as well. You know, truth to be told, it is fun doing what we are doing right now, but I've gone through a little bit of stress setting everything up. And especially this stream has been stressful. We met with Tony a few minutes before the scheduled time, and of course my OBS setup didn't work. Tony was there to help me out. Tony, I would like to ask the people in the chat if they are following you on Twitch, if they have maybe dropped a subscription or two your way, and I would encourage everyone to go to twitch.com/TonyTheBard and at least follow Tony and tune in to the events that Tony is hosting, the Fishing Friday. If people haven't been there, the Sunday Slayer event, this is really nice, and I also enjoy the odd streams you do, which are about like that are non-events but are just basically you playing, and I can watch you stream. Sometimes you call into Discord, which is super cool, and I get to like hear real people behind BitCraft, which is like super nice.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit petty, okay? I'm gonna ask people to subscribe as well. So I want to do this this YouTube thing about Region 9, and I want to do more videos. And if this stream doesn't get more than 10 views, I know it's done. I'm not gonna do it again. It's been so much stress. My wife and my daughter, they're in a different room, and they're trying to be quiet because the lavalier mic picks up so many things. And I would just really, I would be happy if people just hit the subscribe button, and you know, maybe we can do something similar in the future. Maybe with you, maybe with someone else. It should be about Region 9, about BitCraft, to get more people into BitCraft, to make the economy go wilder. And yeah, I really love this idea. And what you said about somebody else is saying this silly saying is in the chat, that cement our history in history. So these videos about, like, I've done only 2 videos, and this is the 3rd thing that I'm doing for BitCraft. Those 2 videos, I really love them. The first one was more of that was about Dan, no, not Dan, but McFluffin, and that one was like more dramatic, more Morgan Freeman-like. I really enjoyed that, but I promise I'll deliver a video about Darktide next week, so we'll see how that goes.
Could I say something?
Yeah.
I gotta say, even if you don't get 10 views, I think you're gonna get 10 views already. Okay, but even if you don't, all right, this is the first. I love the hat, by the way.
Thank you.
That hat is that's a great hat. Yes, I've got hat envy.
I told you to wait until the end of the show.
Yeah, dude. Even if I gotta say, for me personally, and I know the people that I've talked to and the people in the Region 9 Discord, your content has brought like a lot of enjoyment to what we do in the game. It's served the couple videos that you've done so far are super awesome. I've watched them multiple times. I've showed them to people. I've shared it around. So I'm excited for whatever else you got cooking, and I hope that you continue to make content. And I would be more than honored to be a guest again on your stream. And I'm sure other BitCraft creators, hopefully partners, and maybe even new partners when it opens up, would want to be featured here and talk about some things with you and just be on the lowdown.
Let's see. Thank you, Tony, for kind words. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Of course.
So we are actually, Tony, with you over an hour already live, and we've planned with you 2 hours. So we've got planned 2 hours. So we're not going to drag it out if we're gonna, run out of topics to talk about. But we gotta move on to Darktide a bit closer, because we are just yapping here. And the idea is for me, I want to create a video about Darktide, so I gotta figure out.
Right.
So I was thinking, because I've seen Darktide, okay, and I like the idea that it's like on an island, like an enclave. I don't know what would you call it, yeah, like a rock formation. And
it's an island.
It's an island, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that every game and every gamer goes through different stages. There's those stages, I've written down them. They're like grinding, crafting, building, exploring, jamming. Because I remember it was Cloudy. He was re-rolling the Duelist armor. I remember you was re-rolling something as well. So there are those phases, right? What were your phases? And what was? Which ones do you regret, and which ones do you love the most that you went through in BitCraft?
That's interesting. If I go back to like the very beginning of when early access launched, I would say if there's anything I regret, it's not being part of any kind of community at launch, because the two major towns I'm going to name, and there's been new ones that have popped up that have become major hubs for players with awesome, leadership and little communities. But the two ones that I'm going to name had the benefit of playing the previous alphas or being part of larger gaming communities, right? So Port Oriel was one of them, who they originally planned on being in a different region. But then Odinholm was also part of the Odin network. I don't know if they played Alpha, if any other players did. Maybe they did. But it really seemed like they had a strong grasp on the game. And had I been part of a larger community, I would have likely been able to create the larger settlements, right? Like I've got Darktide all the way out on an island, and I love it. And when I was first learning the game, and I was part of Odin, and I was part of the city Odin, I was still just learning how to do things, and I said I'm going to make a settlement for myself. I ventured out all the way past the northern sea, past the pines where there were no roads, where there were no settlements, and I found this island before the map existed, I think. And I found this island. I'm like, oh, it's between this like endgame looking area called the Tundra with all these scary umbras and all these scary like bird looking wasp things called soldiers, and it's also between these snowy peaks. So I'm like, all right, this is gonna be like the end game zone. This is where everybody's gonna go later in the game. So I set down Darktide, and I think had I been part of one of those communities and known the game before, I probably would have set up the major settlement closer to one of the ancient cities and made Darktide like a later game settlement type of thing, because I get a lot of new players that want to they watch me on my streams and they're like, tell me about this game, and then we sell it to them, and then we bring them to Region 9, and then I bring them over to Port Oriel and I say goodbye. I wish I was able to play with them more often,
Just like McFluffin.
Yeah, no, actually, no, that didn't happen with McFluffin. No. What happened with
McFluffin brought Dan to Port Oriel.
Ah, yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, you said that earlier. That's exactly right. Yep.
So, actually, I have this theory. It's about being at the right place at the right time, right? So, imagine the the continuous events in everybody's lives that had to happen for us to meet each other right here and to be like to do this and to have the
totally.
wonderful people in the chat. So we have got Rain in the chat. They have joined. So hi, Rain.
Hello, beautiful.
Imagine how odd and how tiny chance of it is like that you built Darktide at the place where you did, and how tiny chance of it is to look like it looks and to be what it is. It's like it is so unique that I don't think that anybody can grasp how unique it is, or how wonderful thing is that like somebody has created a game like this. It's amazing.
Awesome. I'm glad you feel that way.
Where did you spawn first?
Slate word.
Oh, in Region 9.
Oh yeah, it's my hometown.
And what was your first epic tool?
My first, well, like my own personal first? I crafted an epic randomly for someone one day. Does that count?
Let's say so, yeah.
Yeah, I who was it? Somebody was just like, hey, is any level 60 smith on? It's like, yeah, sure. This was back in the day when like level 60 smith was like a high level. So then I popped over to Slay and Fillet Bay at the time. Now it's a different settlement name. Songlark owns it. It's called something else. I don't know what it's called.
It recently expired, no? Like a month ago or something like that. Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. And now, and so like I popped over and they're like, yeah, I've got it on the anvil here, and I just tapped it and it went epic, and I was like, what the heck? That's like the first epic I ever see. And it was awesome. But my personal first epic was an epic hammer that I got. Did I make it myself? Yes. Okay, I planned a couple. Okay, so what happened was I planned a couple streams to re-roll for tools. This was before the Starforgers were around. Now I get all my tools with the Starforgers. I don't make any tools myself right now. But yeah, I planned a couple streams. I gathered all the resources. Citizens of Darktide gave me resources, and we crafted a whole bunch of tools for people that needed them. And my goal was to craft an epic hammer, and that didn't happen on stream. But of course, after stream, I went and gathered some more resources, and maybe an hour later, I got the hammer. So that was my first epic.
Nice. And okay, and first of all, let's remind everyone that there might be someone in the chat right now who could win their first epic at the end of the stream, and they're gonna have to answer one simple question. And the Starforgers will provide any tool of their choice for them. Before I ask you the next question, I just want to read the chat a little bit, because I just want to acknowledge the people that are taking the time to be here.
Yeah, Odin hit tier 9, so that's big deal.
Right now?
Yeah, I think it wasn't like immediately, but I saw it in the Discord a few hours ago.
Amazing! Congratulations to all the people of Odin who got so many resources.
Hell
and
yeah!
To do this, it's awesome. My next question would be, first of all, I just want to say congratulations, Odin, and to whoever organized the tier 9 upgrade. Really, I'm gonna go there. I had to travel yesterday to... Where did I get the... Wait, my rod, it's still tier 8. So if they have got a smithing station, we could go on the stream and get them tap it. And am I not mistaken? Am I imagining this? Is it still tier 8? I think. So if you get resources, it's legendary. It could go mythic, and it would be the first mythic tier 9 tool crafted in Odin. That would be cool. That would be history.
It's a 1.825% chance, my friend.
Let's see. Do you have any legendaries? What was your first legendary?
I do have a couple. My first one was legendary bracers, which is not. It's not really something to gloat about because if you're making scrap to re-roll things, you just make a bunch of bracers, and that's what ended up happening. I just got a legendary one. A legendary belt.
Ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the cheapest. They cost 1 resource, and it gives you the same amount as the ones that cost 2 resources.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, I have a question to you about boating.
Okay.
Clipper when?
Bro.
If you
I was
we
waiting
donate,
for this.
We can donate the resources for you to get the clipper. You just got to hit the level.
Oh my god. I was waiting for this. Whenever I decide to grind out the 6 levels in Flotsam, because ever since all the ocean fish got turned into oil for our tier 6 upgrade, and Svim has asked me for timber and cloth tarps, I have decided to just, like, I want to deconstruct Svim and put him in a box. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, I can't stand the dude. So I have to resort to getting Flotsam, and I hear that grind is long. Maybe in another month? I don't know.
Because I've been like eyeing Clipper for a long time, and it took me actually 2 days, and it was just like on and off, and it wasn't that long, you know, and it was kind of cool. I can see
it's a lot of clicking though.
Yeah, but you know, you can still do some, you know, dishwashing here and there. I can see Tinkerman saying that he's clipperless as well. What a word.
Good, welcome.
Let's have a look. What else are people saying? 2 rolls on each to happen.
No clipper before wipe for Tony. That, you might be right. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna move a bit forward. So, Tony, what's the deal with farming? Well, because I feel I heard you said something on the stream, right? And I feel like I'm an outsider, and I feel like you've got this like magic group of friends around you that everybody knows what is happening, and I'm like always like in that meme, I'm too afraid to ask, and here we are. So what's the deal with farming? Well,
first of all, let me just say I'm glad we moved into the roasting segment of the stream. So I don't farm because I like to do other things in BitCraft. It is a sandbox, right? So you're able to do 12 different professions and how many skills? 7 skills, something like that. You
6, 7.
Yeah, something like that.
Sorry, guys.
There are so many different things you could do, and farming is just not one of the things that I find myself ever needing to do. I'd rather buy the seeds, I'd rather buy the catalyst, I'd rather buy the food. I would rather spend my time in a mine or at the smithing table, or hunting is better. For me, hunting is better than farming. I'd rather be hunting than farming.
But is that like, are you doing a shtick on streams when you're just saying that, like when you're exaggerating that you don't like farming, or are you not telling me something right now?
Because I don't think
because I feel that when somebody asks you on your streams about farming, you are almost saying like, I'd rather get a clipper, or like, you know, that it's like the worst thing that can happen. And you said that you almost hit level 2 by just building the farming stations and the farming fields, right, in BitCraft, that you almost got yourself to level 2. So, is there anything else behind that, or is it just that?
Well, you could think of it this way. If you look at your professions by level on like how much time you spend in the game doing a certain activity, I don't want to give farming any more time because I'd like to give the other professions time and increase the other professions levels. So if it gets to level 2, that means I spent an extra 2 minutes probably farming that I could have been smithing.
Why don't you get an alt and make the alt to do the farming?
I mean, I could when the game releases.
Actually,
I just
I think we've got some insider news. I've seen somewhere here. Somebody said that a wipe is coming when you're gonna be 1 XP away from a clipper. They're gonna wipe the server.
Oh my god.
So,
oh, look what Fo says. Fo says Tony emails the devs daily asking them to set his farming to 0. Trust me, my sources, it came to me in a dream. I wish they could reset it to 0.
So it actually brings me to another thing that I wanted to do with you, and I want to see how it's going to work out, and maybe we can ask people in the chat to help us a little bit. You have seen my show notes. You know what it is, but I don't know if people can guess. Let's see, how do you think, what are we gonna do next? What am I trying to set up right now in OBS? And OBS broke for me. Let me try to do it again. Go like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So far it works. Is the chat guessing? Tony
No.
spraying. All right, let's have a look. My idea is that we could do a small. Oh, sorry, I just touched the mic. Probably people are going bonkers at home.
It wasn't too bad. It was okay.
Okay, so I want to do a tier list of professions and skills, and I'm going to try to make this strategic. Okay.
All right. I already have the S ranks in my mind, so we'll do it how you want to do it. But
give me your first one.
there. Slaying, S rank.
You think slaying is S?
Absolutely, 100%, without a doubt in my mind. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because the Slayer money you get as a new player is probably the quickest and best money you could make. And as a high level Slayer, like level 70, you could get like task turn-ins every 4 hours that are like, what? That's, 7.5k for eggs. And then if you get one of the 5 turn-ins, it's like 5k. You could probably get like a good 13, 14k in one like task turn-in rotation if you have the mats every 4 hours. So I don't think you could really do that with anything else in the game. Yeah.
I hear you, Tony, but isn't it too basic? Because other skills to level up, they require you to do a bunch of different things. You can't become like a tier 5 scholar just by going to dungeons, right? But to go to dungeons, all you gotta do is just show up, right? With someone like you, you're gonna carry them, and
yes and no. Yes and no, because your XP is directly tied to how much damage you do to the enemy. So you need to have good weapons. You need to have a good loadout. Like you gotta wear some duelist. You gotta wear your jackal amulet. You gotta be able to do some good damage to farm some good XP so that you could unlock the better Slayer turn-ins. I think they get really good at like level 40 or 50 when you start getting like the 5 fangs or something like that. And people that are passionate about Slayer, like Cloudy, and I used to watch Cloudy streams. He used to be the rank 1 Slayer for many months. rest in burnout, right? he spent days in the sapwoods just killing King Umbras, and there was a strategy to it. And I mean, the guy was loaded. He made millions of hex every couple of days. So it's OP. Slaying is OP.
Okay, when I hear you talking about money, about hex, I kind of maybe Voxelheart in the chat says that all of the skills and professions are tier D except fishing. Fishing was
Oh
my
my
first
god!
skill.
Imagine a game dev saying that everything is D tier except for fishing.
Okay, then what about fishing? What do you think?
All right, fishing for me is below slaying, but it's either an S tier or an A tier. The reason I want to give it an S tier is because it's the only profession in the game that is like entirely the gathering and the crafting loop are just giving you fishing experience. So it's really easy to level up. It provides food, it provides oils for tiering up, it provides materials for re-rolling gear. So it's super useful and it's super easy to level up. What do you think?
I actually wrote a script about fishing video, and some of the things that you said were in the script. And it is the nice thing about fishing. What I like is that actually, like, you don't have to run through different stations. Yeah, that especially if you're like doing a lot of AFK, if you've got like a second monitor. Or something like that, yeah, like you're doing something on a computer and you've got a second one there. This is the easiest one to AFK, and it is quite lucrative, right? Because then everybody needs shelves, everybody needs oil, everybody needs fert, and everybody needs food. And you can get all four of those just from fishing, right? And
Yep.
For those who don't know, you can participate in Fishing Fridays. And then you can meet a bunch of nice people there, and it's nice. Fishing was my first profession, and this is my first tier 9 profession as well. So I really like
Nice.
fishing myself.
I'm surprised you didn't put it in S tier.
Well, if you compare what you said about
It's
Slayer,
true, yeah. It's true.
it doesn't come close.
Like, fishing could make you that kind of money, but it takes way longer. Like, way longer.
I agree, but the satisfaction of getting that oil and those crushed shells and delivering them to foe, to Amarot for a tier up is so nice that you're contributing so much to something. It's like it is amazing. Silly says that it could be a higher tier, but it's B for Silly because the ratio is not that good. And what I wanted to say to Silly is that I actually went and I created an Excel spreadsheet to track what is the actual ratio of baitfish and oil you get from each tier. And the worst one that I got was tier 8 baitfish. So you get 0.06 shells per one baitfish.
My word. That's pretty dismal.
I'm gonna say sorry because my hats are finishing. I've got just a few more left, but let's see. Okay, so maybe another thing because we're not gonna be able to get through all of them, right? There's one skill that we have to go through anyway, because the people are gonna eat us alive or they are going to sacrifice us. Do you know to whom?
To Jamba?
Yes, so the next one
Smithing.
Yes.
Dude, smithing is an S tier.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say it's below. It's just below slaying. And I'd give smithing S tier because you make all the tools that everybody uses. You make mad money from it too if you could get it into like some sort of a production cycle. You make all the armor that people use. You make all the weapons people have. So Slayer relies on smithing too. It's just overall for money, it's S tier. And overall for character progression, if you're a smith, it's also S tier.
I think I can see Caesar in the chat, and he's shouting S tier Smith, S tier, S tier.
Easy, yeah. S tier. Yeah, you see, everyone's like S tier. I'm telling you. You know, another thing about smithing is you can make the bracers, like I was telling you about before. That only costs you 1 ingot, and they give you 2 armor scrap. Whereas, like, if you made cloth gloves, getting 1 piece of cloth is a lot more involved than getting 1 ingot. And the same thing goes for leather. Leather is even worse, but it gives you the same amount of scrap. It makes smithing pretty OP compared to all the other ones.
Okay, I think we can do one more skill, and let's ask chat which skill it could be, which one we could rate. But before that, I think, Tony, that there is one skill missing there. So I think I've added all that I thought of and the ones that were on the wiki page, but I think that Clockwork could introduce one more skill. I could see Jamba skill, okay? And it would just be like a number of rerolls you have done during like your whole life cycle, right? So the more rerolls you do, the higher your Jamba skill. And it could be worse for people. Imagine that a Jamba skill, the buff from it would actually be your debuff for jambing. So the more Jamba you hit, the more unlucky you get. Yeah, it would be like.
I love it.
I imagine
yeah.
Rybo and Caesar see that in nightmares. But
well, I like the idea. I mean, we're using the word Jamba because Jamba, you know. But I like the idea of like a some sort of like enchanting skill or profession that has benefits to rerolling. I also like the idea of separating enchanting from smithing in a way. Like right now anybody could use scrap to like upgrade the rarity of their tool or their armor. It's not like level dependent or profession or skill dependent, but I can't help but feel like smithing is somewhat directly related to rerolling gear. It's just like a natural thing to like, I don't know, maybe it has to do with the armor scrapping thing, but if it was separated and we had like a Jamba skill, it'd be awesome. I think that's great.
I could also see, you might not know this, okay, but a lot of people make, like they spend a lot of time making buckets and filling them with water. So maybe bucketing could be a skill as well. Especially
no, get out of here.
Farmers would understand. So I see that people are not telling us what the next skill should be. So I'm just gonna say that perhaps we move on to something else. I really like that people are active in the chat, and it's really nice to see everyone coming in here. And I haven't okay, I'm not gonna jinx this, but yeah, I think
oh man, you're running out of hats.
I am, yes. And I just want to say that the hats they are nice. I really enjoy them, and I might start wearing them as you on a regular basis. I'm just gonna be a Friday hat connoisseur.
You want to like speed run the tiering? I could speed run it with you if you want.
Let's go.
All right, pull that up. Let's see. All right, carpentry. I'm gonna give carpentry a B rank because it has no re-rolling, but it's used in so many things, but it also takes so much time. Because you have to go out and get the wood, and then you have to cut it up into logs, or you have to choose to either like go into bark. So it's not as flexible as maybe other professions when it comes to crafting. What's the next one here? What is that? Building? Construction.
Construction, yes.
Oh man. I'm gonna give that a C tier. Just because like you can make furniture from it and it's awesome and it's useful, but the only real way to level it up is through digging, and it sucks. It just absolutely sucks.
With all due respect, maybe we can at least bump it to tier B just for McFluffin's sake, okay? Because
all right.
McFluffin is doing so much. Okay, cooking.
Voxel says carpentry is way too high. By the way, Voxel's a game dev that we're talking to. We got a game dev in the chat.
Okay, let's
cooking.
See.
Cooking, dude. That's gotta be. Man, if cooking was more lucrative, I would put it higher on the board. But I'm gonna have to put it. Definitely. It's under fishing, but it's an A tier. Just because you need food. Everybody needs food. So it's so useful.
You know, I don't know if they teach you that in school in US and A, but do you know what Maslow pyramid is? It's like the pyramid
all the food groups.
No. The pyramid of things, of like the basic needs that people have to get to kind of to organize their lives. And at the end, at the top is like self-expression. And so at the bottom, the basic needs that people have to get sorted in order to get to the higher tier and to progress in life is food, right? Food, shelter, and safety. So I think, like my suggestion, that it is the fundamental of life, of existence, of progression, that if you don't get food, you can't do slayer, you can't do smithing, you can't do fishing, you can't do zigzagging with your saw and stuff like that. I think that cooking is underrated and at least should be A tier, maybe not S tier, but cooking is everything, okay? It starts with cooking. Everything starts with cooking.
Okay.
Next
yeah,
one.
Somebody pointed out that it relies on a lot of other stuff. But yeah, I'd leave it where you put it. I'd put it behind fishing though.
Okay. The next one, what is it? Is it
gathering?
Gathering.
Right?
But
no, wait, is that farming? That's
no,
farming.
Farming is a hoe, no?
I think farming is the sickle.
Sickle, and then the next one is gathering. So yeah. Sickle, farming.
I'm not rating
easily
farming.
S tier. S tier.
Bro. you rate the farming.
I'm gonna tell you what, you know. I've got an alt account for my beautiful daughter. She asked me to get an account for her because she wanted to play with me for a little bit. I hope the character is not gonna get banned just because I told that she's 7, and farming is what I use her account for, and it's so nice. It is even more AFKable than fishing. I can see
Voxel says farming is an A for arthritis.
You can say hi to everyone.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hi. Hi, little Lo.
I think it's close to bedtime for her, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
What a cutie.
This is
Matilda, right?
Correct. This is my little farmer, right? She's doing the farming for me. So for me, I think that farming is very AFKable, and I'm just gonna tell you, like an easy B for me. Easy B.
All right, I'll accept it. You can put it in the B tier. Foraging. I'm gonna put foraging in C. I'm gonna tell you why. Because foraging encompasses so many necessities. It encompasses like flowers, berries, roots for fiber, and it gets really challenging when you get to T4. You know, and things start spawning in different places. Hauling that cargo back a lot of times is painful for people. People don't enjoy foraging generally. I don't forage a lot.
I spent yesterday and today AFKing jute, right? Tier 4 fiber. Oh my god.
You had to go to the jungle, didn't you?
I looked at the map and it was like it was right there. I thought, oh my god, it's gonna be so easy, because it was so easy for me to pick 1000 roots of tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I thought, oh my god, I'm just gonna put it on AFK and I'm gonna have 1000 roots by the end of the day. Little did I knew.
It was easy. It was easy if you were one of the people that got it from the plains when it was around, but because of regional respawns, it moved all over to the jungle, and we don't have like the middle regions have the sapwoods, and jute spawns in the sapwoods, which arguably have the King Umbra, but it's nothing like the jungle,
Yeah, it's awful. Forgive me, Oracle. It's not gonna go above C. Forestry.
All right, forestry. For me, because it doesn't make money, it's gonna be a B tier also. If it made money, then it would be higher on there because it's so useful. It's useful in like making tools, building the settlement. Timber is used in everything, even like task turn-ins. But yeah.
But timber is also used for smithing, right? Mining. So you can't smith without wood. You can't mine without wood, because you gotta get firewood.
Yep.
So.
Yep. For its usefulness, I'd put it higher on the board. But man, it makes like no money.
Okay.
TNT says hello.
What is it? Is this hunting? No. Yes.
Hunting. Yeah, it is. Oh man, hunting. You go ahead. I see you're eager to put it on the board there. Go for it.
You know what? I'm gonna put it to A, just because it was something that I didn't go for such a long time, and it is actually fun, especially on the goat. I've got the auto attack on 1 and auto select next target on tab, and auto pickup is working, so it is almost kind of fun. It is not AFKable almost at all, but I've got a second keyboard and a second monitor there, so on my alt I can let myself to do a little bit of AFK hunting. I don't get too much of birdies or the goats, but it is something, and I think that at this level the hunting is so playing intensive skill, something that you have to give so much attention to it, that it is so different and it's probably so good for other people. Like, I think there is McFluffin, the sculptor of the north, and then there are people who wouldn't be able to stand, being in one place and AFKing 24/7. So they need something like active, like slaying. So I would say that because of the activities that you have to do for hunting, it could bring more people into the game, and I can see it being developed in the future in some way. I know you said the developer is in the chat, so I'm not gonna say too much, but
what level is your hunting? Let me ask you that.
I think on my main is probably 20, and on my alt is 30, I think.
Yes. So Minch did his dev stream on Monday that he rated me afterwards, and he also was like looking at hunting because people like complain about it a whole lot, and he's less than level 20. And so, like, much to your point, it seems like it's fun now, but if you listen to the people that hunt like level 40 plus, level 50 plus, like once you start having a hunt like the newbie goats in the Rocky Gardens, that's a pain. And then, in Region 9 alone, we only have 8 spawn points for ox in the breezy grasslands. There's only 8 total. So the higher you go, the harder it gets. Their health pool increases. the resource drop does not change, but the amount of resources needed to make leather increases. So when you're killing ox, one ox only gives you like 75% of one piece of leather, and there's 8 spawn points. So it gets like, I mean, it gets horrible for experienced hunters.
I hear you. I hear you. Let's go maybe to the next one, leatherworking, right?
Okay, yeah. That's
Aevonn.
Yeah, that's definitely up there. I'd put that in the A tier when it comes to like making money and usability. Leather is just such an important resource. And if you already have the byproducts from hunting and you're just counting leatherworking, it's definitely an A tier at the very least.
It's very closely tied to hunting, right? So you get
Yeah.
animal hair and you get to zoom around. I'm with my alt on the farming station in Amarot, and then a wild foe appears, and she goes, meow, and like, zoom. she's zooming around. So, okay.
Yeah.
The next one. What do we
Masonry.
got? Masonry.
Oh, dude, I love our masons, but masonry just freaking sucks. Put masonry down into the D tier because unfortunately, the only thing you can make with masonry are like, you know, you've got amulets and they have a fixed tier, there's no rarity, and no one wants to do them. And like, you need stone from mining and you need mud from gathering to make the bricks into potter's mix. And you need wood to fire the furnaces, so it's just, it requires so much and you get so little from it, you know? Seal's like rude, I'm sorry, Seal.
I just wanted to shout out Seal because I was making the smeltlement in the dark arts, and I needed a bunch of bricks, right? And do you know who delivered? Seal, yeah. So
Yeah.
I got it. And so I let's appreciate them, okay? But however, I'm gonna be brave enough and I'm gonna go and put merchanting to tier D.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to comment even, you know, let's just go to mining. Mining, I love because I make, there is an infinite money glitch. I don't know if devs know about it or no. You can actually bug money. So how I do it, I go and I mine a bunch of ore, I smelt it to ingots, I sell ingots to Rybo and Ceasar, and then I buy epic tools from Rybo and Ceasar. And so the money is always circulating, it never goes anywhere. I'm going to give it an easy A because it is very AFKable. And today I got 1000 tier 4 ore chunks. So I'm just hoping that Rybo is going to be doing a little bit of Jamba, and I'm going to be able to sell him a bunch of tier 4 ingots, and I'm going to make a lot of hex coins.
Nice.
Sailing.
Oh. Yeah, you know, Flotsam really helped. But I still don't have my clipper. I feel like I haven't earned the privilege to rank this. But part of the reason I don't have my clipper is because I would rank this so low. You go ahead and grade that one.
I'll give it a C, okay? I think you basically go through the game mechanics there to learn about sailing. So turning in the quests, going through the rivers to get to the ocean, you uncover so much of the map, you get to see different biomes, and you get to travel to your first other region, whichever it is. Is it the R8 or is it the R6? But you get to travel. So while it is not that exciting and you can't really get anything out of sailing, it does give you money as well. And when I leveled sailing, I actually got like, I don't know, like 20 or maybe like 40k hacks easy just from leveling up sailing.
Yeah, only reason it's not in the D tier is because of that.
Yeah. Scholar.
Man, Scholar is one of those professions that are hard to level up really high, but they are so it's a necessity in the game. Like for settlements, for I could see money being a reason to put Scholar lower on the list, because like you don't really make a whole lot of money for Scholar because you're kind of like burning money when you do Scholar stuff. That's a tough one for me. In my next when the game launches and everything is reset, I'm definitely gonna be a Scholar. I think I've decided that. So I would put it up there in I'd put it probably with like carpentry, and I'd probably give it a B.
Okay. Something tells me that we might need to revisit sailing, because people in the chat. So, what is it? Was it Caesar? No. Who is the? I'm not gonna read this. WS box. Is it the West
Vayan.
box?
That's Vayan.
Vayan. He says that wind is also against him. So it is kind of cool. I I hate it. I absolutely hate it. However, I got the wind, whatever it's called.
Wind Rider.
Wind Rider Clipper. It is like leather epic set. Okay, if you're going with the wind, it just goes.
Oh yeah, it zooms. I know.
And Fo says that is cool because people pay me to move items. Shout out Rybo. So you can make a lot of money sailing as well. So I will maybe give it some love, and maybe
I think, dude, putting it on C is giving it love. That's giving it love. Come on.
All right, okay. Sorry, Cole. And C. Okay, C for Caesar. Sailing is C for Caesar. Okay,
Yeah.
tailoring.
Ooh, tailoring is underrated, man. Tailoring is such a good profession. Everybody needs cloth gear. It's gonna make you craft longer, faster. Cloth gear sells really good too. Cloth is used in like so many different recipes. It's very underrated. I would say that I'm not a fan of the crafting loop of tailoring. I don't like that you could go in two different directions when you're crafting the fiber. You could either make it into like strips, or you could make it into rope. Maybe other people like that. I don't like that it branches off, and then once you've gone in a certain direction, you can't like really change it. It's the same thing with like with carpentry, or not carpentry, forestry, how you turned it into logs or bark. I would put it as an A for me, if not a high B.
So
You decide.
let's give it a B. Let's not pretend. Let's
Yeah.
not pretend that tailoring. It has got a cool icon though. I love the art. And the last one is a taming.
Ooh. Taming is a tough one, because like, yeah, you want to throw it there, you could throw it there if you want. That's fine. Yeah.
I mean, Ox changed my life. Okay. Before I had Ox, I was like salivating, looking at other people like on their oxes in Amarot. I remember seeing like she got like, and they're so graceful. Yeah, they're like those oxes. They're so.
Yeah.
I really like the what the profession gives you, but I hate how you get there. Right.
It doesn't give you anything back besides like the mounts, because like the other ones, they give you money too.
But there's something else that taming gives you.
Pets.
Yes.
Yeah.
But those are cool as well.
Yeah.
Tony, I hate to do this to you, okay? And just so people know at home is watching, we have gone through half of the doc that I prepared for this show, and
Nice.
we are 1 hour and 55 minutes in. To be honest, I would love to carry on, and I would love to spend another 2 hours here with you and with the beautiful people in the chat. However, we have promised, or I have promised, that one of the lucky chatters will be able to win a tier 6 tool from the Star Lines, the Star Forgers, and I would like to deliver it even to those who have to rush away. It's not the weekend. Is it the Thursday today, right?
Yeah.
So maybe people have to go somewhere and they really want to participate and they really want to get the epic tool. So I want to give them this opportunity. So before I do that, I do want to jump to the end of my questions here, to the closing part, because we are going to close soon. Tony.
Yo.
I would like to say big thank you for coming in here, for opening your heart, letting me in and joining this stream, and being open to this idea, because to be honest, I don't see myself stream gaming at all, but I see myself stream like a show. I see like this interaction. I really like discovering people. I really like talking to people. I really like seeing people in the chat. I would really like to make this kind of more of a thing. It is breaking my heart that we didn't get to Darktide today. I'm gonna have to connect with you offline to figure out more things about Darktide to make it happen. Before we move to the segment that everybody is awaiting, I want to ask you, are you planning to do something new? Are you planning to release new content? Is it something that you are cooking in the background? Is it something that you want to share with the people of R9 and one of the devs?
Well, I am working on some YouTube content. I've been working on it for quite some time. I would say the things that I'm working on primarily right now are making my stream a little more engaging, right? I do this. I stream 4 times a week now, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes 5 times a week. It's usually like 5 hours long. Sometimes it's just a couple of hours, depending. Like Slayer Sundays is 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And I want, if you're tuning into my channel, for it to be just engaging and enjoyable. So part of the way that I'm doing that is working through stream avatars and adding more content. I spent the past few days programming a spawner system in Lua. So that trees on my stream pop up oak trees, and people can walk over to them and pick the wood, and then an inventory system that logs the wood. So I'm gonna find more interesting, engaging ways, and not to give too much away and like build any hype behind it until I have something to show for it. But like I'm gonna be adding more emojis and more stickers and just making the experience overall more enjoyable with my content before I add more content to my pipeline. So that's what I got cooking, I guess.
Okay. So, but when you say, like, did you say you're going to be doing some YouTube content, no?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you want to tease, like, the first thing, or maybe you want to say where people can go to subscribe, to join the waitlist of Tony's content in the near future?
Yeah, this is me. I typed it in chat. Like, I guess you could follow me at my YouTube channel. There, I'm new to YouTube, so I have no
BitCraft
idea.
Okay.
Yeah, BitCraft Tony is my handle here. But I guess the first couple of videos that I'm working on are edits of my VODs, right? and some of those include clips and highlights, like funny moments that we've had. I've lost a lot of the VODs because I didn't realize at the time that I had to save them and upload them somewhere. I didn't know that they only lasted 2 weeks, and I've been streaming for 6 months, so quite a lot of content is lost to the void, that's for sure. But I'm seeing myself like glitching in and out, and it looks absolutely hilarious right now.
I've switched to myself just so to not give you any disgrace. So okay, then I would like to ask the people in the chat to find BitCraft Tony in one of the last messages and maybe subscribe, and just to kind of boost your morale and to push you a little bit more to create the awesome content that you do, and post something else on YouTube, because I think my idea between the difference between Twitch and YouTube, Twitch is like real life. It's not a search engine, it's not a discovery engine, yeah, and there's a lot of featured views on YouTube, right? So people get to YouTube and they find something they enjoy, and then the next video pops up, and the next one, and the next one, and you know, lo and behold, and you are watching a 2-hour documentary how swim and rumba are actually related, yeah, or they came together to.
I would watch that. I would watch that.
So I think that there is a very great benefit to doing YouTube, yeah. Tony, before I do something here in the background, I will ask you to answer one question before I release my final question about the Tier 6 tool giveaway. So, if you would have to, who would you nominate to be the next guest on the show, and why?
Oh, that's a good one. Do I have to pick one person?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's do three. Let's give justice, because we don't want to maybe miss someone, but at least 3. Give me the top 3.
Okay.
No top. Just at no certain order, no hierarchy, no levels, no nothing. 3 people that first come to mind, and if you miss someone, so that they are not, heartfelt, or they're not hurt that you didn't name them.
Yeah. I'm gonna limit it to our 9 people first of all.
Okay.
Second of all, other people that I know stream and make BitCraft content already. I would say my nominations are Embercat, who moved over to Region 9, Andro, right, Andromeda, and Rybo. One of those 3 would be great.
Okay, I hear ya. I hope they don't mind if I reach out to them and I see that Wes is already hurt. Okay, that's fine, Vane, no problems.
Of course. Vane gets hurt easily.
You know, Tony, there's this, it is like a little bit of, I think it is definitely not the podcast that people from BitCraft would watch, and probably my idea here is not going to be very popular, but I watched a podcast from the guy who wrote the 4-Hour Workweek. What's his name?
I know who
Tim
you're talking
Ferriss.
about.
Tim Ferriss.
Okay.
He's got a podcast, and at the end of his podcast, he asks a very interesting question. And okay, this is going to be my last question to you before I go to the giveaway. Okay. If you could post one message to the skies of Region 9 for 24 hours so that everybody in Region 9 could read it, what would it be and why?
Jamba be praised. No, let me think. Let me give it because you caught me. That was like the first thing that came to mind, because I like to say things that are funny and meme on things. But if it was something more sentimental,
it doesn't have to be. I mean, you is you.
Yeah, Jamba be praised.
Oh, well, I will accept it only if every time when you look at the sky, you'd hear the the sound bite that you create. Jamba be brave, Jamba.
Jamba, Jamba, Jamba. Yeah, totally.
Okay, Tony, we've gone 5 minutes over the planned stream time. We haven't gone through half of the questions I had prepared. The giveaway. The giveaway. The first person in the chat who types in the correct number of hats that I went through during the stream will get the tier 6 epic tool from the Starforge Alliance from Region 9.
Damn, I think somebody was onto that earlier in the chat. They were like, should we be counting the hats? Oh, look at Link in the background. Oh my god.
18, somebody says. 18. 16, 18. Okay, you guys, I don't want to... we've got 18. Let me recount them, okay? I tried counting them while you was talking, but I think that I didn't do it justice. So I'll just count one more time. I have the first answer there, and then we'll see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You can do it. It's fine. Go ahead. He's trying to get to his water bowl. Go ahead.
I don't think that the right answer is still in the chat. I think that nobody has guessed it. I think I'm gonna keep the tool if people stop guessing.
Oh my god. I mean, it is a challenge, I bet.
I think, you know what, maybe people are going through the VOD and they're looking... oh, now I can see Link.
Oh yeah, he's like trying to figure out how to get to his water bowl because there's a light there.
All right, I'll do it one more time, okay? But so that everybody can see it. I can see that there are more answers coming in. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hats.
Ooh!
Who is the first one?
I think Andro said 15? Was it Andro?
Link is thirsty. Tinkerman said 16. He was so close. 69 hats for... It's just childish for... 20, 21, 13,
Nice.
19. Nice. Andro.
Hey!
Andro is the first one to guess. Is he affiliated with any of the sponsors? Probably not, no?
Andro, no. Andro
No.
isn't. She.
Sorry, they.
No. It's all good. Now you know.
Okay, Andro, you get the tier 6 tool from the Star Alliance in Port Oriel. Congratulations to Andro. Let's give it
Woo!
some
Let's go,
applause.
Andro!
So, Andro, all you have to do is whisper to Ceasar. I do think he was watching. They were watching the show. I'm gonna write them on Discord. So, Andro gets the T6 epic, and Ceasar will provide. Thank you. First of all, thank you for all the people who joined in today and who spent the time with us. Second of all, Tony, thank you very much for agreeing to do this crazy thing. Thank you for staying with me during the technical difficulties part in the very beginning. I am super happy that nothing happened during the stream, that we had to, relaunch it or something like that. My camera didn't broke, my sound keeps working, my light didn't fall, everything is beautiful. Tony, thank you very much. And
Absolutely.
I can't wait, and my daughter can't wait. Friday fishing fleet tomorrow.
I'm excited too. I look forward to it every week, for sure.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice rest of the day. For those who are in Europe, good night. Little Noodle, au revoir. Good night to you. And Aevonn, gute Nacht. So thank you very much, everyone. Subscribe to Tony on YouTube, and much love to everyone.
All right. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Bye.